set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything.
Yeah, welcome to the Rebuttal Entertainment. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, tell a friend, tell a friend. Well, people, we have breaking news. We have breaking news. The fight we all been waiting for the last 5 years is finally going to happen. Earl Spence Jr. versus Keith one-time Thurman is being finalized for April. Now, if you like me, I'm a Keith Thurman fan. You've been trying to get this fight for so long for Keith Thurman can prove everybody wrong. You know, or Earl Spence can prove people wrong of saying Keith Thurman was ducking him. But we will see. So let's get into it. Keith Thurman only lost to Manny Pacquiao. Just had a unanimous decision on Mario Borges. Earl Spence Jr. just had a stoppage. Fighting Adonis Ugas. So, you know, they both been out for a minute, almost a year. So who will come in motivated, ready to stop someone? Earl Spence Jr. or Keith Thurman? But, you know, people want to say if it's going to be a stoppage, most likely it's going to be Earl Spence Jr. But let me say this, people. Earl Spence Jr. been fighting flat-foot fighting for the last 5 or 6 fights. Only one he didn't fight flat-footed was Sean Porter. But Sean Porter fought this fight. And people always say, and I always have said that there's only 2 fighters out there that would give Earl Spence Jr. a problem. Keith Thurman, Terrence Crawford. Both of them can move. Both of them got angles, and they counter. And Keith Thurman brings something to the table that Earl Spence hasn't fought yet. The hardest puncher in welterweight division. So if Earl messed up and grab his mouthpiece or let his mouthpiece distract him, believe me, I think Earl Spence Jr. would be going to sleep. But everybody knows Keith Thurman is vulnerable for the body shot. So this is going to be a intriguing fight. We all know the backstory. Earl Spence came in, said Keith Thurman been ducking him, told him to get a belt. He got a belt, and Keith still wouldn't fight him. But if you go to my channel, go to my timeline, that was false. That was false. But Earl Spence got that belt. Keith Thurman was hurt after he fought Danny Garcia. So that one thing we are going to be buff right there. So will Keith Thurman come in there motivated to try to get Earl Spence out of there, or to outbox him, or maybe people say he just want another paycheck? Time will tell for that, but I really believe Keith Thurman want to be champion again. And Earl Spence Jr. is hanging on to this welterweight division for a long time. I think it's time for him to move up. Would that Earl Spence Jr. show up? Somebody who can barely make weight, you know? Somebody who can barely make weight and coming there sluggish and making an excuse, dehydrated. But we all know Earl Spence Jr. is a professional at what he do. So we know he's going to come in motivated because he hates Keith Thurman. He really hates Keith Thurman, and wait the press conference. He really hates Keith Thurman, and I really can't wait to the press conference. Sorry, I just had a phone call coming in, but Yes, that press conference will probably be so live, and you know what's going to go on. Earl Spence is going to say, "You just want a payday. You've been ducking me all this time." And Keith Thurman going to be like, "We're under the same banner. Why didn't you tell Al to send the contract? You know, well, I'm here now, boy. What you going to do?" So what happens when two fighters of this magnitude hate each other, can't stand each other? You in for a hell of a fight. I think this fight is going to be better, like I said before, better than what people think. I think Keith brings something to the table. I think we all know Earl Spence brings something to the table. And Earl Spence always said he wasn't going to fight Keith Thurman. Never, ever, ever. But we see how times change, because this is an unpopular opinion. If Earl Spence Jr. not fighting Terrence Crawford, his next biggest payday is Keith Thurman. Hands down, end of discussion. So Earl Spence Jr. wants a payday too. And the only way he can get a big payday is to fight Keith Thurman, even if he don't want to fight Keith Thurman. He had no other choice because the Bud Crawford broke down. You know, that fight broke down, and Earl got to move on. He got to, sometimes you live, you learn, you move on. You can't get undisputed. You can't just sit there and wait for Bud Crawford. So next in line, Keith Thurman, used to be one of the most popular boxers out there. But I still think Thurman fans will come back in vengeance, in droves for this fight here. They say it's going to be in Vegas. I will be there, and I hope you guys will join me there. So, breaking news, Keith, one-time Thurman, Earl, the true Spence Jr., will be getting it on in April. One will fall, one won't. Who would it be? Talk to you guys later. Peace and blessings, everybody.
Love the chase and the hunting. I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no, I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mine.